If you want to learn English, follow pronunciation and speaking style, and practice along with me. For more new topics and lessons, subscribe and stay with us.
Hey, Sophie. It's been a while. How are you doing today?
Hi, Ryan. I'm doing okay, thanks. It's been a long week, to be honest. I'm glad we could catch up today.
Yeah, me too. I missed our little coffee talks. You always bring good vibes.
Ah, thank you. You're always so positive. So what's new with you?
Not much, but I've been thinking about something a bit serious lately.
Serious? That sounds interesting. What's on your mind?
Well, it's about relationships, specifically how people handle breakups.
Oh, that's quite a deep topic. What made you think about that?
One of my friends recently broke up with his girlfriend. He was really heartbroken, but what surprised me was how polite and calm the breakup was. No shouting, no blaming, just mutual respect.
Wow, that's rare these days. Usually people say things they regret later.
Exactly. That's why I thought maybe we could talk about how to discuss a breakup politely, in a mature way. It's something everyone can learn from.
I like that idea. It's useful for anyone learning English, too. Talking about feelings politely is an important skill.
True. So let's start with this. Why do you think most breakups turn ugly?
I think emotions take over. When someone feels hurt or betrayed, they forget to stay calm. People start using harsh words without thinking.
Yeah, you're right. When emotions run high, logic runs low.
That's a good line. I might use it someday.
Go ahead. But seriously, I think people should remember that ending a relationship doesn't mean ending respect.
That's beautifully said, Ryan. There's an idiom, to burn bridges. It means to destroy a relationship completely, so there's no way back.
Oh, yes, I've heard that one. Like when you end things so badly that you can't even talk again.
Exactly. I think it's better not to burn bridges after a breakup. You don't have to be best friends, but at least be polite.
Totally agree. Maybe something like, I respect what we had, but it's time to move on.
Yes. That's a nice and gentle way to put it.
So what's the polite way to start such a conversation, do you think?
Maybe start by showing appreciation. Like, I'm really grateful for the time we spent together. That softens the mood before you say anything difficult.
Yeah, starting with kindness. That makes sense. You can't just say, we need to talk with a cold face. That sounds scary.
Yeah, that phrase usually means something bad is coming.
True. Maybe you could also say something like, I think we both deserve to be happy, even if that means taking different paths.
Ah, that's a really thoughtful line. Sounds like something from a movie.
Maybe I should write scripts. But really, breakups can be done with honesty and care.
I agree. Honesty without cruelty. That's the key.
There's an idiom, to sugarcoat things. It means to make something unpleasant sound nicer than it really is.
Oh, yes. So we shouldn't sugarcoat the truth too much. Just be honest, but gentle.
Exactly. For example, instead of saying, you're too difficult, you could say, I think we have different needs.
That's a great example. It's all about the tone and words. Sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it.
Very true. Tone matters a lot. A calm tone can make even bad news easier to accept.
Yes. I once read a quote that said, words are free, but how you use them may cost you.
Wow, that's deep. I like that.
So, do you have any personal story about this topic? Maybe a breakup that ended politely?
Actually, yes. A few years ago, I was dating someone named Mia. We both realized we wanted different things in life. Instead of arguing, we sat down and talked openly.
That sounds mature. What did you say to each other?
I said, I really care about you, but I think our paths are leading in different directions. She nodded and said she felt the same. We ended things peacefully and still check in once in a while.
That's so nice. most people can't manage that.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but being calm made it less painful.
You know, there's another phrase, let bygones be bygones. It means to forget past problems and move on.
Ah, yes, that fits perfectly. After a breakup, letting bygones be bygones helps you heal faster.
Exactly. Holding on to anger only makes it harder.
So true. You know, Sophie, sometimes I think people forget that a breakup can be a new beginning.
Definitely. One door closes, another opens, right?
Exactly. That's another good idiom.
Yeah, it means when something ends, a new opportunity appears.
So, if we put it all together, the polite breakup steps could be stay calm, be honest but kind, avoid blame, use respectful words, end with gratitude.
That's a great list. Maybe we should make a video guide on that.
That's exactly what we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, another phrase I like is take the high road.
Oh, yes. That means to behave in a moral or kind way, even when others don't.
Exactly. During a breakup, taking the high road shows maturity.
That's very true. It's not about who wins or loses. It's about who stays kind.
Well said, Sophie. You should be a relationship coach.
Maybe someday. But honestly, I've learned a lot from watching how people handle emotional moments.
Me too. Emotions can make people forget their manners sometimes.
That's human nature. But we can always choose our words wisely.
Right. You know, I once read, breaking up doesn't mean breaking apart completely. It means breaking free politely.
That's such a nice way to put it. I like how you said breaking free politely. It sounds peaceful.
Thanks. I think that's how relationships should end, with peace, not pieces.
Wow, that's poetic. With peace, not pieces. I love that.
I'm full of deep thoughts today.
You really are. So, how do you think people should handle it if the other person gets emotional?
Good question. I'd say stay calm and listen first. Sometimes people just want to be heard.
Yes, listening is powerful. You don't always need to reply, just understand.
Exactly. That's why being polite doesn't mean being cold. It means being kind but clear.
I love that. Being kind but clear. That's the golden rule.
Totally.
You know, Ryan, this conversation reminds me that politeness isn't just about words. It's also about timing.
Oh, yes. You mean choosing the right moment to talk?
Exactly. If your partner is stressed or sad, it's not the best time to start a breakup talk.
True. Timing can make a big difference. It's like the idiom, strike while the iron is hot, but in this case, maybe don't.
Right. Sometimes it's better to wait for a calm moment.
Totally agree. So, Sophie, we were talking about timing. What do you think is the best place to have a breakup conversation?
I think a neutral place is best. Not at home, not at a party, somewhere calm, like a cafe or a park. Somewhere you both feel safe.
I agree. Somewhere public enough to stay polite, but private enough to talk freely.
Exactly. You want to avoid embarrassment or unnecessary tension.
And it's important to keep your body language open, too. Arms open, calm tone, gentle eye contact. It shows respect.
Yes, sometimes people forget that nonverbal communication is half of the message.
Very true. Okay, let's talk about emotions. How do you handle it when your partner starts crying or gets very emotional?
I'd say first, stay calm. Don't interrupt, just nod and show you understand. Sometimes words aren't needed.
Right. You don't always have to say something smart. Just listening can mean a lot.
There's another phrase I like, lend an ear. It means to listen to someone patiently.
Ah, yes. So in a breakup, you lend an ear first, speak later.
Exactly. And don't argue or try to prove a point. That only makes things worse.
Totally. And what about anger? Suppose the other person gets angry and starts blaming you.
In that case, stay calm and don't retaliate. You can acknowledge their feelings. I understand why you're upset, and I'm sorry you feel that way.
Good point. Responding with calm words is better than reacting with anger.
There's an idiom for that. Kill them with kindness. It doesn't mean literal killing. It means to respond kindly, even if they are mean.
Yes, that's a good strategy. If you stay polite, they can't really argue with you.
Exactly. Sometimes the other person just needs to vent. You don't need to fight back.
True. And another thing, sometimes people try to explain every detail of why the breakup happened.
Oh, yes, I've seen that. And it can backfire if it sounds like blame.
Right. So it's better to give a simple explanation, like, we want different things in life, or our goals are not matching.
Yes, simple and honest. No need for a long story.
You know, there's an idiom, don't beat around the bush. It means don't avoid the main point.
Ah, yes. So in a breakup, don't beat around the bush, but also don't be cruel.
Exactly. Hit the point gently.
And I think it's important to talk about the future politely, like whether you will stay friends or not.
Yes, it's better to set boundaries clearly.
There's a phrase, draw the line. It means to set limits.
Ah, that fits perfectly. You can say, I hope we can stay friends, but let's draw the line for now.
Yes, that's very clear and polite.
You know, sometimes people feel guilty after a breakup. How do you handle that?
Guilt is natural. I'd say apologize if needed, but don't over-apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes things just don't work out.
True. And there's an idiom, own up to something. It means to take responsibility.
Yes, but only for your part. Don't take blame for everything.
Exactly. Breakups are usually a mix, not one person's fault.
And it's important to focus on closure. People often leave things unresolved and regret it later.
True. Closure helps both people heal.
There's a phrase, put things to rest. It means to finish a topic or problem completely.
Ah, yes. So in a breakup, you try to put things to rest politely.
Exactly. And maybe share some positive memories. Like, I'm glad we had this time together. I'll always remember it fondly.
That's very sweet. Ending on a good note helps both people move on peacefully.
Yes. And speaking of moving on, how long do you think is polite to wait before contacting your ex again?
I'd say give some space first, maybe a few weeks or even a month. You need time to process your emotions.
Yes, there's an idiom. Give someone breathing space.
Perfect. That's exactly what you should do. Don't rush things.
And in that time, focus on yourself. Hobbies, friends, studies, work, whatever makes you happy.
True. Self-care is very important after a breakup.
You know, Ryan, sometimes people want to check social media after a breakup. What do you think?
Oh, that's tricky. I'd say avoid it at first. Seeing them online can make old wounds worse.
Yes, there's a phrase, out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. Distance helps emotions heal faster.
And don't forget, it's okay to feel sad. Don't pretend to be happy right away.
Very true. Feeling your emotions is part of healing.
There's a nice phrase, time heals all wounds. It's cliché, but it's true.
Yeah, patience is key. You can't rush your feelings.
And you can always talk to a friend or family member. Sharing your feelings is healthy.
Right, but avoid gossiping about your ex. That can make things messy.
Yes, there's an idiom, air your dirty laundry. It means to talk about private problems publicly, which is better to avoid.
Exactly. Keep things private and polite.
And lastly, I think forgiveness is important. Even if the breakup was painful, don't hold grudges.
Very true. Forgive and forget. It's not always easy, but it's the best for your peace of mind.
Absolutely. Holding anger only hurts you, not them.
You know, Sophie, I think we just made a full guide on polite breakups.
Laughs. Yes, step by step, idiom by idiom.
And beginner learners can practice English with real-life emotions. That's the best part.
Totally agree. Emotional topics like this make language learning practical and memorable.
So, Sophie, we've talked a lot about how to handle a breakup politely. But what about mistakes people make?
Oh, there are plenty. For example, some people ghost their partners. That means disappearing without explanation.
Yes, ghosting is so common these days, but it's hurtful and avoids responsibility.
Exactly. Even if you want to end things, it's polite to talk and explain briefly.
True. Another mistake is dragging it out too long. Pretending everything is okay when it's not.
Oh yes, that only confuses both people and makes it worse.
There's an idiom for that. Beat around the bush.
Right. People who beat around the bush avoid saying the main point clearly.
And that can make someone feel anxious or frustrated.
Another common mistake is blaming everything on the other person.
Yes, that's a big no-no. Breakups usually have shared responsibility.
Absolutely. And sometimes people over-explain everything, giving too many reasons.
True. Simple and honest is always better.
You know, Ryan, I once had a friend who cried a lot after a breakup. But the ex wasn't polite at all, just left without talking.
Oh, that's sad. Did your friend eventually feel better?
Yes, after weeks of sadness, she realized it wasn't her fault. She said, "I learned to let bygones be bygones."
That's a good attitude. Letting go of past hurt is important.
Exactly. Holding on only prolongs pain.
I had a similar experience. My first serious relationship ended, and I said some harsh words in anger.
Oh no. How did that go?
Not well. I regretted it later. I realized that reacting in the heat of the moment only makes things worse.
That's a valuable lesson. Emotions can be tricky.
There's a phrase, sleep on it. It means to wait before making a decision.
Ah, yes. So if you feel very angry, it's better to sleep on it before saying anything.
Exactly. That way, you avoid saying something you'll regret.
Another thing, people sometimes try to win the argument instead of being polite.
Yes, breakups are not competitions. There's no winner or loser.
Totally agree. And there's an idiom, pick your battles. It means decide which things are worth arguing about.
That's perfect for breakups. Some things aren't worth arguing over.
And also, taking responsibility for your part is important. Even if it's small, acknowledging it shows maturity.
Yes, own up to your mistakes. That's very respectful.
You know, I think storytelling helps. Do you want me to share a personal story?
Yes, please. I love hearing real experiences.
Okay. A few years ago, I was dating someone named Alex. Things were good, but we started having misunderstandings.
Oh, I see.
One day, I realized we wanted different things. I was scared to tell him, but I knew honesty was best.
That's brave. What did you say?
I said, "Alex, I value our time together, but I feel we are moving in different directions. I think it's best to part ways peacefully."
That's so calm and polite. How did he react?
He was sad, of course, but he nodded and said he felt the same. We ended things without arguments and even shared a warm hug before leaving.
Wow, that's a great example. Ending on a positive note really helps.
Yes, and later we even became friends again.
That's inspiring. It shows that polite breakups don't have to destroy relationships completely.
Exactly, and that's why language is important. Words can hurt or heal.
Very true. Choosing your words wisely is a skill everyone should learn.
There's another phrase, think before you speak.
Yes, especially in emotional moments like breakups.
And don't forget empathy. Understanding the other person's feelings is key.
Absolutely. There's an idiom, put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Perfect. You imagine how they feel before saying something.
And sometimes a simple, I'm sorry, is enough to show care.
Yes. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, a polite apology for the situation can help.
You know, I've noticed another common mistake. Trying to stay in contact immediately after breaking up.
Oh yes, that can confuse both people.
Giving space is so important. Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Exactly. Distance helps emotions settle.
And during that time, focus on your own growth. Learn new skills, spend time with friends, or travel.
Self-improvement is the best way to heal. And also, avoid talking negatively about your ex.
Yes, air your dirty laundry is definitely not polite.
Correct. Keep private matters private.
You know, sometimes I think people forget that polite breakups show maturity.
Absolutely. It's a sign of emotional intelligence.
And it can prevent long-term resentment.
Exactly. Even if the relationship ended, you don't have to carry bitterness forever.
There's an idiom, let sleeping dogs lie. It means don't reopen old conflicts unnecessarily.
Perfect for breakups. Don't bring up old arguments.
So, in summary, polite breakups include honesty, kindness, empathy, timing, boundaries, and gratitude.
And avoiding mistakes like ghosting, blaming, arguing, oversharing, or rushing contact.
Yes, and using idioms like take the high road, let bygones be bygones, sleep on it, pick your battles, and put yourself in someone's shoes.
That's a lot of useful English for learners, too.
Exactly. Real conversations, real emotions, and new phrases all in one.
I feel like we're giving a full lesson on relationships and English at the same time.
Yes, and beginner learners will benefit because we keep the language simple but meaningful.
And the personal stories make it relatable.
Totally. I think sharing experiences is one of the best ways to teach.
Agreed. And it also makes learners feel confident about using idioms naturally.
So, Sophie, next we can talk about moving on and building new relationships politely. That could be our final part.
Yes, that's a great idea. It's the natural next step after breakups.
Perfect. Then we can give a complete guide for learners, polite breakups and positive growth after.
I'm excited for that. Let's do it.
So, Sophie, we talked a lot about handling breakups politely, but what comes next? Moving on.
Yes, that's an important part. Moving on is as much about emotions as it is about polite behavior.
Absolutely. First, I think it's okay to feel sad and take time for yourself.
Yes, there's a phrase, give yourself time to heal.
Right. You can't rush emotions. Healing is a process.
And during that time, it's good to focus on self-growth, like hobbies, learning new skills, or spending time with friends.
Exactly. I've learned that staying busy in positive ways helps you feel better.
And sometimes meeting new people helps you gain perspective, but it should be done naturally, not to replace your ex.
True. That's very important. Don't rush into someone new just to forget the old one.
Yes, that can lead to more problems later.
And maintaining politeness is important even after the breakup. If you meet your ex, you can smile and be friendly without overdoing it.
Exactly. There's an idiom, grace under pressure. It means staying calm and polite even in difficult situations.
That's perfect for post-breakup encounters.
And it's also good to let go of grudges. Holding anger only makes you unhappy.
Totally agree. Forgive and forget works even if you don't reconcile.
And when you start dating again, honesty is key. Don't hide your past, but also don't dwell on it.
Yes, that's very polite and respectful to the new person.
And patience is essential. New relationships take time to grow.
Exactly. There's a phrase, Rome wasn't built in a day. It means important things take time.
Perfect. That's exactly how new relationships should be treated.
You know, it's interesting. Breakups can actually teach us a lot about life and ourselves.
Absolutely. They teach self-awareness, empathy, and communication skills.
And also emotional intelligence. Being able to express feelings politely is a huge life skill.
Yes, and beginner learners can practice English through these conversations about real emotions.
Totally. Real topics make language learning more meaningful.
And I like that we included idioms naturally. Learners can remember them better in context.
Right. For example, take the high road, let bygones be bygones, grace under pressure, Rome wasn't built in a day.
And give yourself time to heal, lend an ear, out of sight, out of mind. So many useful phrases.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about one more thing. Reflecting on the past relationship politely.
Oh, yes. Reflection is important. It helps you learn from mistakes without bitterness.
You can think about what went well, what didn't, and how you can improve in the future.
And while reflecting, it's important not to blame yourself or the other person entirely.
Right. Take responsibility for your part, but don't carry all the guilt. That's very healthy.
And you can even write your thoughts in a journal. Sometimes writing is easier than speaking.
Good point. Writing helps organize your feelings and see things clearly.
And after reflection, you feel ready to move on and meet new people or just enjoy life independently.
Exactly. And independence is very important. Learning to be happy alone is key before being happy with someone else.
Totally agree. There's a phrase, stand on your own 2 feet.
Yes, it means being independent and confident.
And once you're confident, your next relationship or even friendships will be healthier.
Very true. And keeping polite communication habits from the breakup helps in future relationships too.
Absolutely. Politeness and respect should be part of all interactions, not just romantic ones.
And I think learners can also practice this in English, talking about emotions, using idioms, and expressing themselves politely.
Yes, real conversations, real emotions, real phrases. That's the best way to learn.
You know, Sophie, after all this talk, I feel optimistic about handling breakups and moving on.
Me too. It's all about being honest, kind, and mature.
And giving yourself time, space, and reflection.
Exactly. And using polite language makes the whole experience less painful for both people.
I also like how we naturally included idioms throughout the conversation. Learners can now use them in real life.
Totally. And even beginners can understand because we kept the language simple.
So, shall we summarize the key points for our learners?
Sure. First, during a breakup, stay calm and respectful. Be honest, but kind. Avoid blame. Use polite language. Give space and time. Reflect on the relationship. Don't rush into new relationships. Keep positive memories and let go of grudges.
And idioms they learned include take the high road, let bygones be bygones, sleep on it, pick your battles, put yourself in someone's shoes, lend an ear, out of sight, out of mind, grace under pressure, Rome wasn't built in a day, stand on your own 2 feet.
Perfect. That's a complete guide for polite breakups and moving on.
And learners can practice speaking by role-playing this conversation.
Exactly. They can also insert their own stories and idioms to make it personal.
Well, Sophie, I think this was a really useful and meaningful discussion.
I agree, Ryan. It feels good to talk about real emotions politely and thoughtfully.
And it's a great way for beginners to practice English naturally.
Totally. Real conversations, real feelings, real English.
Shall we call it a wrap for today?
Yes, and thank you to everyone listening. We hope you learned something useful.
Remember, be honest, be kind, and give yourself time to heal.
And don't forget to practice the idioms. They'll make your English sound more natural.
See you next time for another English learning conversation.
Bye, everyone. Take care and stay positive.